tomorrow, yoga class, sorry, yoga class. Yeah. Yoga class. It's tomorrow, you can come here, you can do it on your own, and the day after tomorrow, you can do on your own. We are not going to organize a teacher for you. So I say, you guys have nothing to lose. Just give everything you have. You don't have to keep it for tomorrow, right? Don't. If you give your strength, you will find out that there is more where it comes from, right? So I want to ask you, how many people here experience anger during a yoga class? Anger comes during yoga class. You feel never ever. Yeah, like okay. No, never. Wow, there's several people here. So I want to ask you, what's the reason? Okay. So, Yanting, tell us, what's the reason you felt anger during the yoga class?
I'm the never ever.
You never ever! Oh my God! Okay, today we're gonna fix it. No problem. Who else? Who said? Penny.
Sometimes some poses like very easy, but I cannot do it. It's like, what people can do so good.
Oh, you get angry at yourself. Why you cannot do it? It's so easy.
Yeah,
this
it's
is what
like,
you mean?
Looks stupid.
Okay, thank you. Who do we have? Anna.
I usually experience anger when I do not like the flow, when it's too easy or too hard, one of the two, yes.
Too easy or too hard, you get angry. Yeah, me too, I'm the same. Ella!
Usually it's like I get impatient, like when the yoga teacher just keep counting 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4.5, and 4.5.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Who else? Yes.
I get angry when the teacher doesn't show how to enter in the pose, and then I get like afraid that people get hurt. Then I get very angry.
Okay, not enough explanations. What's going on here? My music is getting in the middle. Who else? Yes.
I get irritated when the clock is ticking down and Shavasana hasn't started yet.
Oh, yeah, it's a big one. Who else? No. Yes, Xintian.
I get anger when the body cannot cooperate with the movement.
Oh, okay, similar to Penny a little
It's
bit.
because we got pain.
Your pain. Okay, good. Lisa.
Yeah, when I saw Uta has an elegant yoga posture, I'm jealous a lot.
Oh, yeah, good. Connecting anger with jealousy. You want to say? No? You never get jealous?
Sure.
You never get anger?
Most of the time I enjoy the yoga, but it's quite similar with Alex. Like, I don't have time for...
You want Shavasana? I really hope.
Oh yeah, I knew she could come back. I'm sorry, where am I? Here we go. Okay. Okay, sorry you guys. I was important fundraising for certain people. All right, let's go, Seiji.
Cool. Chini daki sendi tankie nongma namsu. Che tongpa songne mantu shepe duki kyonam king ning lama sampatang.
Okay, cool. What was the problem we had? I don't remember.
It was.
Oh,
Looking at that.
I made going to Dharma classes became my mental affliction. There's a joke in Tibet they call you made the angel into a devil. You go to the Dharma class and you feel competitive with the other students. Okay. So, now where did this come from? We are better because we had it studying the antidote, so sooner or later it might kick in. Right? Okay, here we go. I, about this subject, in this life and in my previous lives, I didn't sampa deep in my yin about the kyans of dudes. That's demons, right? Du means demons. Be careful, it can also mean knots. It's also the word in dudzi, nectar, okay, so tricky. Okay, meaning magical in some way, okay? I didn't think about the possibility that my life is being affected by demons, and I should have, because there are many sutras that say, watch out for those demons, okay? And of course in our life, well, he's going to say it. Getong. You should pay me, you really should pay me. Okay, yeah, the 8,000 verses, which is probably the most famous of the long Perfection of Wisdom Sutras. The 8,000 verses is probably the most famous. There's a 20,000, which is really 25,000. There's 100,000, there's another 15,000, and there's a 8,000. But the 8,000 is very, very famous. And someday we should read it together, because it's the best science fiction novel you ever heard. And it, by the way, importantly, it has the story of the bodhisattva called He's Always Crying. There's a bodhisattva called He's Always Crying. For $100, tell me why he was crying.
Because he was not to give his teacher.
33. Wait, okay, Ina, explain.
He wanted to get a teaching and he had no money. He decided to sell his arms and legs.
Yeah.
And demon has stopped his voice.
Yeah.
He was only crying.
Yeah, good. And then out of frustration, he starts to cry. I was willing to sell my own flesh to make some money to offer churro to my teacher. But when he announced he go to the market, like in Guadalajara, that old market, very nice. We went with Seiji. Who was that? Oh, we went with, San Juan de Dios. He went to that old market and he said, who wants to buy my skin? Who wants to buy my skin? I will cut it. You can make some nice tortilla enchiladas. And then the devil blocked his voice. No one can hear him. He's yelling, who wants to buy? But nobody can hear him. They said, look, that guy, he's going. Yeah. Then he get frustrated, he start to cry. What's important about that story here? What did he just say? Yeah, you didn't think about these stories. From the 8,000 verses. He's referring to this story. You see? And similar stories. We got the story already. We know the story already. We could even put it as a long, beautiful footnote. It's a wonderful story. In fact, it's not so long. If we cut out just that precise story, surgical strike, it's 2-3 pages. What I like is, how did he get out of the problem? There was a young lady, the daughter of a rich man. She's watching from the top of the hacienda down into the La Plaza. And she say, "Who's the handsome boy who's doing this?" And she goes down and introduce herself and say, "Why are you crying?" And he explained, and then she said, "I will buy the offerings, don't worry. You don't have to cut your arm." And then they became students of the Lama together. A very sweet story. It's a true romance. Yeah, Amor es ciego. It's the first page of Don Cervantes, of Don Quixote. But Cervantes' full name? But the book name has a special name. A gentleman from La Mancha. How do you say gentleman in the old words? No, it's a different word. Una hidalgo. Un hidalgo de la Mancha. Don Quixote, un hidalgo de la Mancha. Yeah, I think so. That's the full name. He's a gentleman from La Mancha. I think. I studied the first page and then I quit. Anyway.
That's where the title is.
Huh?
They picked the capital? Or they just...
I say they did, but I don't know if it's in the scripture. I believe they did. It feels like that. I don't know precisely if they did. But it's easy to cut that out and do it, and it's one of the sweetest stories. So we can say, here's a demon story from the 8,000. Okay, so I should have thought more about those stories, but I didn't. And it kind of feels like he's saying, so I didn't believe it. You know, that a demon can cause us trouble. There are many Mangtu explanations about them. Okay, let's go to the next paragraph. Not right now, I mean, let's do it next class. I'll cut it out for you. I'll cut it out in the shortest, sexiest way, so we don't spend 3 years on it. It's a long story. It's 8,000 verses. By the way, it's not verses either. It's in prose. It's just equivalent to 8,000 verses. Okay, anyway. Sakbar.
Sakbar Tini.
Di kapki.
Di kapki tuk.
Du.
Duk.
Dukshu.
Dukshu. Ni nar shepatar. Tak chenzin. Yin dak chenzin. Yin te te nyum nam.
Kyonnam.
Kyonnam. Lek part sem part de ko te ko ne. 1 2 Tangwe Lenging Songcha Gang La Korwar Samne Tonglen Kompatan.
Okay, cool. And I supplied the word say. It's not an error, but it will help you to read it. Especially in the context, I'm sorry, it's not Sendi. I take that back. In the context of this scripture, of this teaching, okay? Di cup means in the context of this. And I wanted to say this life, but it's not. In the context of this particular scripture, duksha is a very frequently used colloquial word. Worst of the worst. Worstest. Okay? Worstest. It's like, it's phew, it's the worst. Duksha. It means most bad. Most bad. What's the most baddest demon according to this book?
Self-cherishing.
Yeah. Ngā Shepatar, as I told you before, is Dang Chenzen, taking care of yourself first. So you should like Basam about the Kyunnam. The problems you're going to get from this kind of demon, right? Because above he said Duki Kyun, right? So the day must be this demon. Think about it carefully, and then and think about how the wheel of sharp knives has turned back on you in the form of bad karma, where you are wang tu tang of those demons.
Under the sway of...
Yeah, you've been surrendered to the demons. Okay, your life has been surrendered to the demons. Okay, okay, and then do some tonglen. Okay, now time for antidote. Antidote time.
Turning cow kin
Gyakin.
Hangwarcha. Shechin che kontu shepe duki kyongchi tan
Khepartu.
kepartu yanka
Ngya.
yangyao kenki sowo sak chenzin ki kyun nam lekpar takpe gone pangla de
Mbe.
mbe
Yeah.
mbe parche gope tuno.
Okay, good. Yeah, this doc, okay, be careful with docs, right? It's just a nasty word. It could mean examine, it could mean analyze, it could mean pretend, it could mean have a wrong idea about, it could mean fantasize. In Nick's text, we had a lot of talks about beginnings and endings. But here it means consider, okay? Consider those demons a real Gyokyen. Okay? And then dump them. Stop looking, look upon them as, look upon these demonic influence as being a real obstacle to your success, spiritual success, and bang, and get rid of it. Okay, having examined, having looked upon them as the problem in your spiritual life, then get rid of them. Those demons. She tachinche, konoshibetu, the demons I just mentioned, can think about them. Think about what's wrong with them. And in general, think about how in general these demons can be a problem in your life as they were in the 8,000 verses, okay? But more specifically, Kempadu. So Chi is opposed to, more specifically, you should consider, like Batak, you should consider strongly that your real Gyalkyen in your spiritual practice, what's working against your spiritual practice, the main thing is Dak Chenzen. And so think about the problems of cherishing yourself, and in this way, Bangla Mbe, make efforts to give it up. Okay, Chaga, you must. Tuno, that's what the verse is saying. Okay, that's the meaning of the verse. Okay, got it? All right, now I'm going to do one of these things. Right, this is going to be a new header. Your text is a no-brainer as far as choosing places to put headers, because it's just when there's a new verse. Okay. I'm going to go straight to the commentary. Okay. Do we need to go back to the root text of the last one? Yeah, I'm going to translate the verse quickly. Okay. Nyenshe chagdan trosu songwetse. when your Dharma learning or teaching is accompanied by feelings of desire or hatred, competitive feelings, the problem is you didn't carefully think deep down in your heart about the kind of obstacles that demons can put in your way. Okay? And from now on, I will see these as serious spiritual obstacles to be abandoned, and I will abandon them. Okay. Now, here's the root text. I'm not going to do it. Please start with Shepani.
Shepani, Rani, Ki, Shela, An, Ten, Senki, Kunne, Lante,
Sambo.
Sambo, Jitsan, Che, Kyan, Te, Tam, Che, Ngantu, Lopa, Te.
Mm-hmm. There's this particularly frustrating thing about your spiritual practice. What's he saying? And it's common. And it's one of the most frustrating things about spiritual, trying to be a Dharma person. Take a shot. Your kun long is, yeah, your intention is to help somebody else, but jitsam chekyam, however many good things you do, sambo, to help others, yeah, this is a famous story in DCI, the guy who bought his mother-in-law a bath mat, and then she fell on it, and broke her leg or something. So she doesn't like him. He bought her a bath mat, and then the first time she used it, she fell down on the bath mat. And so it means he had a pensem. Yeah, he wanted to do something kind for her, but it didn't work out. Okay? And this is so common for Dharma students, Dharma people. You know, you try to help someone and they just hate you for it. You know, something goes wrong, you know. You try to help them get a new job, and then the boss at the new job turns out to be abusive, and it just doesn't work out. So when you're trying to be a do-gooder and it don't work out, here's a verse you can use, okay? Now, let's read the next line. Perna.
Perna, va, drase, kanpo, soki, kyang, vangi, shinla, shatse, kone, lapcha, tan, soktan, kon, dong, shindaki, konga, landi, tanti, tabu, sershe, tu,
Kundunzin.
Patang, Katongwa, Sokchungwa, Namkyang, Shang,
Sang.
Jening, Tu, Lokpa, Yimpe.
Okay, let me get this straight. This is a little weird. Okay. For example, if people like the abbot of your monastery, Trase Kembo, this doesn't mean vow giver, right? Ranki Shenla Shatse Gone. You say something to other people in the monastery out of affection, okay? But it could be that labcha, you know, maybe you say, advice. Labcha means advice. You give other people advice in the monastery because you like them and you care for their welfare. And you say, maybe you really shouldn't, take dinner twice from the cafeteria. It's not a good karma. Okay, something like that. Okay, lapcha dang, and soktam you should learn. Okay, it means to scold somebody, and it's very common. in the monastery. You know, you often get sokdam from your teacher, and they yell at you. They yell at you. Okay, I don't know. It seems to be the monastic experience. Teachers yell at their students, even if they're speaking softly. It feels like sokdam. Okay, sokdam chepana. But what he's saying is, I believe he's saying, as a teacher, because you love your students, you give them advice, but also you yell at them when they need it, okay? But the abbot gets complaints about you. You know, your students or your peers go to the abbot and say, this guy is yelling at everybody, okay? And you actually were yelling at someone because you loved them and you wanted to help them, but you got complaints about your behavior. Okay, Shendaki. Then other people go to the abbot or whatever, and they say to the abbot, oh, he said this kind of thing to me. Okay, either advice or criticism. Okay, oh, he's saying this kind of things, and they have kunzin. Kunzin means resentment. They don't let it go. Okay, normally when you get hit by your teacher, or just kidding, or your teacher yells at you, let it go after, you can be upset for a while, then let it go. Kunzin is the opposite. You refuse to let it go. Okay, so don't go running to other people and say, he said this to me, he said I'm a bad student, he said I was the laziest student. And don't go, just let it go, okay? And the sokdam, so the people who got the scolding from you, okay, have sangche ngentulopa, something that was beautiful has been turned into something evil. A teacher correcting their student is a beautiful thing. And then they twist it around to something. Lokpa here means like they twist it. When they retell the story, it's a bad thing. Okay? And you hear it in the monastery all the time, because the job of senior monks is to yell at the young monks. Okay? And they do it all day. Okay, trust me. And that's their job, more than with your parents. They are supposed to correct you. Okay, so you go and report it to the abbot, and you take something like katong means to scold somebody. Katong means to bawl you out, yell at you. Okay, katong, chew you out. Sorry? How is it different than sokdam? Very similar, almost the same. Almost the same. Sokdam is a little more violent. Some screaming involved. Seriously. And then katong is more like just could be quietly telling you you're an asshole. Katong is so chuanam kyang. But don't twist it to something bad. Okay? Now suppose somebody does that to you. You're a teacher. You're trying to correct your students. Somebody goes to the abbot and submits a complaint about you when you're actually trying to do something nice. They twist it around to something bad. Even though it could be fierce, right? It could be correcting someone with a stick on the bottom or something, okay? By the way, in a lot of cases, someone who takes the time to put a stick on your bottom cares for you. You see what I mean? Someone who takes the time to yell at you. The people who don't care about you don't say anything. They just do their own thing. And many times it's the people who yell at you who care about you. I mean, after 30 years with my Lama, I finally figured that out. If he didn't love me, he wouldn't correct me. He would just let me go ahead and do whatever I want, So, okay, here we go. Dindawa.
Dindawa chungwetse dini hanki na shenla jun lan lokpar shel shalwate.
Yeah, I'm going to stop it there. I'm going to cut it there. Dendawa Chung say, when this kind of thing happens, what's the problem? This shawa, you know from Shelja. No, that's Shija. Yeah, consider in the sense of weigh it. And shell means to weigh things. As a verb in philosophy, it means consider something, but in real life, it means to weigh things. When you think about something in English, you say you're weighing it, okay, deeply, okay. So when it came time for me to pay back, len log shell means to pay back, but it means to even the scales out. My mom and dad helped me a lot, then I should len log shell. I should pay them back and equal the scales with my mom and dad, okay? Chin lo. I did the opposite, okay? Right? We had a lok up here. Here's the lok. You did something nice. You did something maybe strong to try to help a student, and then somebody picked up on it and told the abbot, you're hurting your student, okay? But the karma of having people accuse you like that is that you refuse to pay back your parents' kindness correctly, okay? Or other people. Ranki ngar, in the past life, shenla, other people's kindness, tinlen lok. I didn't thank them, I actually hurt them in some way, okay? And now, when I do a nice thing with a good intention, people complain about me, okay? And they report me to the abbot. Okay. Okay, here we go.
Teyang Pama la Sopa Sampai Yimpa Rangla Shatse Gone Pandok Parchemi Pendok Parchemi Tamche Tam.
Okay, let's... Te Pama la Sopa Tsamayin, Tsamayin. We're not just talking about your mother and father, but we're talking about mi tamche, every person who ever pendoked you, yeah, out of affection, out of care for you. Shatsa means because they care for you. They tried to help you. They tried to correct you because they cared about you. Okay, shatsa goni. So don't think it's just your parents. It's anyone who tried to correct you because they loved you, okay? And if you think about it, termase, please read, Seiji, termase. No, you gotta pause there. What's the pause for $10? $20, $30, $40, $50, and cancel it. Breathe between ma and che and then reread it. Yeah, they served as my mother. This is not, I didn't do it. Okay, Rangi ma chepa. They served as my mom. Okay, who? Semchen Tamje. Yeah, everyone has served as my mom. That's a Chinchen Shatak. Shatak means each and every one of them. There's no exception. Each and every one of them is Chinchen. It's been so kind to me. Each and every one has been so kind to me. Dela Tamje la Rang Chepan Zimbe Sambe Kunin Langte Nupa Kyawasok. But to each of those, I have Nupa Kyaw. Yeah, I hurt them. Why? Because I had motivated by my desire that I should be number one. I actually hurt those people who helped me so much. Chenlan Tamchen Lok. my repayment, jalwa is the past, is the present tense of shalwa. Okay, same verb. Gujalwa and njalwa is the same verb. Okay, different tenses. Okay, so they gave me all this kindness, and in return, I lokpa. I gave the opposite to them. I said, screw you, you know. Okay, okay, to the lay. Therefore, or the karma of doing that, this karma of doing that, has korwa to me. Yeah, the bad karma of acting that way has come back to me. I should do tonglen about it. Okay? Okay, please read. Good. Yeah. Tinchen? Kadin Chimbu? Yeah, who have been so kind to me, super kind to me. Chiwa kurwa. Kurwa means to carry. It means I will honor them. I will carry them on the top of my head. I will honor them, okay? And Jinchen Ka. Those kind suggestions I get from my Lama for improvements in my behavior, okay? I will also chiwokor. I will honor them, okay? I will carry them like a horse. Okay. So either we're talking about honoring the kindness that others have paid us, but we're also talking about suggestions that our Lama gave that were kind. And there's an important school that says, with reference to the Bodhisattva vows, what are the root ones? Dr. Shimmer, Chuno Mishin, Shakaminian Teja Poa, and Koja Kodo Chupong, and Kotsamenda, and Doza Tondo, Maja Tony, Tenda, Soja, Dosa Pandana, Masoja Machos, and Corner, doesn't know you make me touch in the mouth. Gangon got a chemical condition, Sago Chundu. Soaked on 3 days soon. I will honor these at the cost of my life. But the first one is Dr. Shenma. Praise yourself and criticize others. And I believe refusing to take a suggestion, right? Is that where that goes? Yeah? Dr. Sima. No? Or am I thinking tantric vows? Or a suggestion? Anyway, it's important to take other people's suggestions. It's in the root vows, I think. Okay. Now, he divides them to honor the kindness that others have paid you. Chin Chen means big kindness. Katin, right? Katin Chen. It's short. It's an abbreviation for Katin Chenpo. I will honor it, and I will honor the suggestions I get, the directions I get. Ka, the commands from my Lama. He says, there's 2 parts here, okay? Because the root text says what? I will honor the kindness. The root text just says, now I will honor the kindness. And he says, that kindness is divided into 2, okay? One is normal kindness, and the other one is suggestions that are kindness. Okay, here we go. Here's the first. Here's Dangbo here, and here's Chima here. The latter one and the former one. So what does it mean in general to honor other people's kindness? Here we go. Dangbo ni. Shatse.
te daki chamsu ji jinjawa shik ze nang te takla ma kupa tang lokpar tawa sok chungse kyami chepar gu pe chi wo kuwar chepatan.
Okay, cool. Damboni, which is more general, honoring the kindness, right? What was the second one? Was more specific?
Advices.
Yeah, honoring the advices, which are still kind. So kindness in two forms. Okay, here's the first one. Rangla pensam. Suppose the teacher or someone else wants to help me. Rangla pensam. They want to help me, and they actually like me because they care for me. Shata, maybe they care for me. They want to help me, and they love me. And out of that motivation, which is a mayingat, if you have reason to believe someone wants to hurt you, okay, but come on, let's face it, your lama put up with a lot. They probably want to help you. Kune langte, I'm thinking of my lama. Chodan tumbar, pendopa. They want to assist you in a way which is in accord with the Dharma. They don't want to steal a bank and give you the money, rob a bank and give you the money. That's not the thing. But in a dharmic way, in a spiritual way, they want to help you. Okay? Denchen, therefore they are kind. I love this jam soup. Why did I write nice here? Because I'll give you a clue. The verb is high honorific. Come on, think. It says, no matter what, Jindashik means no matter what.
No matter what, their words are sweet. If it's coarse,
Yeah, you're getting there. Keep coming.
their words are soft. Like no matter how harsh they sound.
Yeah, you gotta put or between the jam and soup.
Oh, soft.
Yeah, whether they are, patting you on the back, saying, I suggest you do this, or punching you and saying, God damn it, I told you not to do that. Whichever it is, Jindo Shik Zenayang, high honorific. That's how we know they're talking about the Lama. Whether the Lama pats you on the back, or whether the Lama punches you in the head, which has happened to me, and I deserved it. Zenang. So no matter what they do, harsh or sweet, because they love me, because they care for me, okay? I'm not going to makupa them. Yeah, I'm not going to disrespect them, okay? And I will not have a lokta about them. Yeah, I will not think there's someone who wants to hurt me, okay? So, chungse kyang. Even a little bit, I won't have that feeling. And without having that feeling, I will chiwokur. Yeah, I will honor with my top of my head, with respect, those suggestions, both sweet and harsh, which I receive. I will honor them. Okay.
But I thought the first one was the general.
That is the general one. Okay. Yeah, it just says, I will honor the kindness. That's all he said. Now the second one is, I will honor their words of kindness. Okay, the first one says, I will honor the kindness, and then I will honor the kindness of their words to me. So somehow different. Okay. He's about to explain the second one. Chima means now the second one. Please go ahead.
Chimani trinchen te franla kat dita u shiksal nante le lindam pa me par kyalpo chempoi kanjin
Kashin.
kashin chi wono
Chi wu.
chi
Wu. Yeah, chi wu.
no par cha wa te chinche de tabu shin gopen jono.
Cool. Now the latter one, which had something to do with the kindness of their directions. Okay, their directions. Ka. That's the ka we talked about yesterday. Kangyur. Which can mean a king's command. It can mean a king's command. Here it's the Lama's order. Okay, it can also mean order of the boss, general boss, spiritual general. Okay. Yeah, Jin Chen Te, when that kind person, Cell, who can comment on this Cell? High honorific. High honorific. It's only used with Buddhas when they open their mouth. This verb is only used with Buddhas when they say something. So he used it for his teacher. Oh, my teacher hath spoken the enlightened word, and it's super honorific. It's only in sutras. It doesn't, it never occurs anywhere else, okay? But he put it here. So, there ka jitaboshi yinayang. No matter what kind of instructions I get from them, could be something hard to do, could be something I find emotionally hard. Nang, doesn't matter. I will not dawa. Yeah, I will not go beyond. This is the dawa in the word nirvana, the Tibetan word nirvana, to go beyond grief. So here it means, I will not break their command. Okay, I will stick to it. Then dawa means break. I will not go beyond it means. In fact, I will treat it like the ka of a Gyalpo Chambo. Yeah, I will treat it like the command of a great king. Chi wun nuparja means, this is a beautiful word. This nu doesn't mean to harm. With a G it means to harm. With a NOD it means to, how do you say it? I know, it's like the knights of a king, and the king says, go forth and capture the castle, and they say, I will. It's obey, but it has all these connotations of swearing to obey. Yeah, ne has connotations of swearing, Yeah, but it's stronger. Yeah, swear your life to the. Who said swear? That's good. Yeah, swear. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. Sometimes a monkey, if they hit on a typewriter, just kidding. That's a perfect. Yeah, swear by all that is holy. We say in English, swear by all that is beautiful in the universe. I will do what you say. Okay. Don't blow off your Lama's suggestions. It's like, I swear I will do what you ask me to do. Even if I die or something like that. This is no. Okay. It's the verb for taking a vow also. Okay, domba ne. And it's the word for taking a tantric initiation. So it's a very solemn, serious word, okay? Cha, te, chinche, deb, tabashi, good. Come on. Chinche. Yeah, from now on, that's the way I will act whenever my Lama makes a suggestion. By the way, this doesn't require that you blindly do what the Lama says. It does not require that. It requires you to think about it seriously. And if you think it's wrong, you say no. Okay? And that's not wrong. Okay? If what the Lama asks would hurt you or hurt another person, you are required to not nupacha. You shouldn't do it, okay? But that's not when we don't do the Lama suggestions. We not do it because we're lazy or contrary, stubborn. I don't want to do that, okay? But if you have a true moral objection to the Lama's instructions, you're supposed to not do it. Okay, got it? All right. Sawa.
De Tami, de talk to Baptanam.
Yeah.
Garwa Ranki Vajri Sepata.
What do you say in Spanish when salud? Salud. Salud. I was my teacher's English teacher, and I taught him all these polite words to say, like, oh, I hope good health, or, you know. And then he said, oh, I got one, gyapshe, which means shut it already. he was so funny. You know, I'm teaching him all these polite words, and then he would say, someone would sneeze and he'd say gyapshe, and I'd start laughing, and then everyone's like, what? Okay, anyway, this is extremely sweet, and you guys can figure it out if you try. While I eat a cookie, because who can eat cucumber from here? I promise to eat it later. This is more convenient. These two lines, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. I'll start giving you clues, okay? Tok to bab means to strike like lightning. Okay? Like just suddenly appear. Like boom. What do you call that in English colloquial?
Come out of nowhere?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, just boom, hit me on the head. Okay. But wait, what happens? What happens like, what hits you like lightning? De don't mean de.
What you want and don't want?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. He's going to explain it later. Things you want and things you don't want. What's happening?
Strike you out of nowhere like a sword?
Okay, I got a tampe for you. What's a tampe for $50? Damn, he's right. The monkey made a word on it. Saying, $50 for him. Say tampe. And if you really want to impress Tibetans, you can memorize it. I mean, they love sayings, like a stitch in time saves 9, or we have them in English. They're usually poetry. I can't remember any other ones, but old sayings that your grandmother used to say. Okay, you ready? Chak chepala, ngara ke. Kyak chepala, kubke. If you want to cut steel, hire a blacksmith. If you want to cut shit, hire your asshole. Because it's very good at cutting into... I expect it in the video, okay, Anatole? No, but it's not nasty in Tibetan. It's just really funny in Tibetan. And if you say it, people go, ah, they all laugh. You know. It's not a bad word. It's not really a bad word. It's just really, really funny. Because, well, the job of a blacksmith is to cut rods into pieces. But your butt does this thing. It cuts poo-poos as you poop. It cuts them off very skillfully, just like a blacksmith.
Do you have any more questions about this?
No, but we don't normally think that your butt has a cutting capacity. The muscle goes like this and cuts it, and that's what a good blacksmith does with the steel. Cuts it into pieces with the boom, and the butt goes boom. It's really funny. Okay, where is it here? Yeah, what's it got to do, Geshe-la? Don't go off on these old man stories. Garwa means a blacksmith. Garwa means a blacksmith, metal worker. A boom, big muscular guy who smashed the steel in the old days, 1,000 years ago. You had a Rigby realty, excuse me.
I had one, I still have that.
Okay, sorry. What's realty?
Sword.
The sword. And he said, Ranki.
He made it himself?
Hmm?
He killed it?
He spent a month fashioning a sword, and then he slipped and fell on it and killed himself. Okay, he's like, oh, this got a good sword, this guy's gonna kill a lot of people with this one. He shows it to his wife and he falls and he gets killed on his own sword that he made himself. Okay, what's it got to do with his book?
Crown of Knives.
Yeah, you made your swords. You made your swords, okay? That's why crap hits you like lightning. Okay? You make your own bed and you sleep in it. This is an American expression. You did it to yourself. You spent a month making that sword, and then you slipped and killed yourself on it. When crap hits the fan, that's talked about. Boom, Now, but he says things you want and don't want. Now, that's a little weird. Not just crap, but when $50 from Geshe Michael and crap hits the fan, it's as if you killed yourself. So why the $50? Why do you put duh in there? Things you enjoy also hit you like lightning. We don't know. Please stay tuned for the next show. Please come back and watch the Seiji show again. That I'm going to turn that over to Mr. Ben to explain that idiom. Or we can demonstrate. Pugi Joshi Metotam Riram Ninshi Ninde Lempadi Sangye Shindu Nikte Uwagi Roku Nanda Shima Chupasho Idam Guru Rata Mandalakam Yayatayami Dikemokun Sanam Yeshe Sosoi Sanam Yeshe Lechumwe Unito Pasho. Yay, Seiji's text.
Thanks, Krishna.
Sweetest text of all. Now we get to go to the hell realms. Okay, I'm gonna have a more positive attitude about Gyatso Ji.